Hello everyone, today we are back. We're here fighting the Bazelguese in famous B-52 bomber. I don't know how to pronounce this monster's name. I don't think anyone does, honestly. But anyway, for my setup, I'm using a Thunder setup. I have all three attack types, although I'll mostly be using the hammer, I'd say. The reason is because he's weak to Thunder, and all of his parts are weak to a specific type of weapon. Some to slashing, others to blunt, and some to piercing. So I have all three types of weapons. Although I'll say you don't really need slashing, honestly. You can probably go ahead just find me the hunting horn here or whatever. I just like my sword and shield or a slashing in general. I think they have great DPS and they're comfortable to use, at least from my perspective. So I have them here, but you can use a hunting horn if you want. In fact, you have plenty of opportunities to use a buff, but there's honestly no need with the setup I have. As for my armor, I have the SL's armor, of course. If you're using Thunder, you want to use this armor Thunder Boost Large, Weakness X Point Medium. The Thunder Defense Boost Medium is whatever, at least here, but you don't need it. But that, in conjunction with my Critical Medium Talisman, means I will be getting some crits, or hopefully get some crits. That's the plan anyway, as my weapons have 5, 4, 5, so this should give me some crits with the weakness exploit and critical. That's also why I have the sword and shield, in case I get to the part in which he's weak to slashing, I'll be able to continue abusing weakness exploit. As for my monsters, well, Bazelguese, from what I've seen, is only uses speed. He's a speed monster and technical, so SLS is the perfect pick here. Yeah, he's not that beefed up, but he's fine. He's technical and thunder, so the perfect match for Basil. For when he goes into technical, we can try to use Rassalos, honestly, to get the poison. I do believe he's not strong against poison. He's against most stuff, but not poison. So Rassalos can be a good opportunity to try to poison him. If we want to use a Salt in Wound build, I didn't feel the need because the statuses that are the most convenient for me to use in this fight are resisted by him, like Blast and Para, so just went with a more consistent build. But you can also use Inaugur. I would say that whenever he's not targeting you, you can just use Inaugur, get some nice damage in, but it's really up to you. Depends on how you want to proceed with the fight. You can also use Mizu, try to get the Noxious Pit. Mine has up to, so it should get them decently well, but as I said before, it's up to you. You can, honestly, because the SLO's hammer actually has Poison Chaser, so I might try to go for it, but it's not necessary, it's just a plus if you want to do some strong damage. But anyway, yeah, so a pretty simple Thunder build. There should be no need for concern. And I will show you how to get a good head start in this fight. Anyway, let's proceed. The pit looks amazing, honestly. It looks much better purple. I like how Cal's using the Zinogre bow. I like the Zinogre bow. Also, if you're using bow, the Zinogre bow is especially good because it has spread, and you'll understand why later. Oh. General. It's a decent monster, honestly. I love my face. And in this first part, you have to fight a non-reg rate Gendrum. Yeah, Come on. He does speed attacks, so this is actually a pretty good opportunity. Because since he only does speed attacks, that means you can have a full kinship by the time you start fighting the actual boss fight. So that's why I was saying if you want a hunting horn, you're more than welcome to bring it, because you'll have opportunities to buff yourself. I'll be going into another route though, you'll see. But yeah, starting the fight with full kinship is just delicious. There we go. Now, when they say that, I'm going to use a super whetstone. As you see here, it improves my attack and crit rate for 5 turns. So that is how I will want to proceed. That plus weakness, exploit and critical will give me some good boosts with my crit. Let's just speed this up. There we go. I love how they stay true to Bazelguese's lore. It just shows up unannounced and starts bumping everything. Now, before I start with my plan, Bazelguese, as I said, is primarily a speed monster, so we'll start with that. He also has 4 parts: head, blunt, wings, piercing, tail, slashing, stomach, blunt. I want to start working on the wings, but I don't want to break them yet, and you will understand why. But as such, this is a Sinogre's bow. As for my Monsti Estelos, I'll just do a Vengeful Thunder. Work on the wings. As for me, I'll just do a technical attack. He's resistant to paralysis, by the way. So there we go. Gendrome will just flee, so don't bother working on him. Yes, as you see, just runs away. Now, as for Bazel, as I said before, you want to start working on the wings, but you don't want to break them yet. As for my assholes, I want to make sure he is not targeting the wings on accident, as I don't want to break them. That's good enough. Yeah, as I said before, ineffective against him. Yes, it does Blast Blight, which is annoying, and I would really advise it to heal the blast, but you can also do something else, which I will proceed to do. Get in my hammer. Start for this, thunder, and go for the head. As for me, I will also attack the head, should give me a double attack. There we go, as you see, that's doing a ton of damage. Well, that was not the plan. The reason I was weakening the wings is because Bazelguese will start flying eventually, and when he's flying you will be able to then break the wings and get him to fall down, but it seems that Kyle, of course, had another plan. Thanks, Kyle. This is why I don't like battle buddies. They inflict an amount of RNG into this that gets too annoying at times. But oh well, we'll have to find a way now. Anyway, I'm gonna start trying to get the poison with Mizu since I have a hammer charge gauge. Because usually you can use double attacks with Kyle to deflect the wings from being damaged. That was my plan there. Oh well, happens. Bombing right. Yes, and that's exactly what I meant. But we break the head, which is nice. Let's see if we get the poison. Perfect. When it's flying, it should do power attacks. As I was saying, that's a phase I skipped because I broke the wings. But let's go with Rassalos. It can eat anything. Can also get the Parapoison Chaser on stomach. Yes, it just does explosive land right away. Explosive landing, sorry. There we go. Yeah, so we would have gotten a free down, but that is not the way they wanted us to proceed. Anyway. Yes, because he does that right away. Now it will start doing technical attacks when it's in range. So definitely be careful of that. There we go, that's just free damage. As for me, I will just heal myself as Kyle is clearly not interested in doing so, but before I'll try to get poison again on Bazel's stomach. So as you see, it's doing technical attacks now, as I just heal myself. It's also another one of those attacks twice. Now, seems like it's gonna do an AoE, so this is the perfect opportunity for me to get my Zinogre in and dish out some damage. Oops. No, now he's doing that. Oh yeah. Bombing right, classic. Yeah, the whole part inflicted with Blast Blight is annoying. Honestly, in this fight I just let my hearts go. As long as I know his HP pool, I should be fine. Especially Cal's hearts, they don't matter to me. You can kill Cal fast enough, and as for my monster I can just switch it out. From here I will then use another Super Whetstone. Also, from my attempts with Lagiana, you cannot flash bomb Rage Raid monsters. It's gonna max potion, that's fine. Yeah, Basil does a lot of AoEs, which is why a Hunting Horn might be fine here. You're really feeling the need for some defensive buffs. As I said before, I don't really need them. My level is good enough for me to tank these hits. But it's an option. Of course. I'll just take this as an opportunity to do some big damage. Don't think I've shown this one yet, so enjoy. Beautiful, man. I expect the speed attack, so technical is the way to go, although Kai will just do his meteor shower. Again. There we go, broken. Yes, I definitely think the hammer loses. Yeah, I told you. Usually you don't even get to the tail if you're doing similar damage as me. Maybe you'll get 1 or 2 hits at the tail, but should be fine. It's not a hard fight if you know how to handle it. Especially if you manage to get the down with the wings, if Kyle isn't an absolute cunt. Yeah, but as I was saying, I definitely feel like Hammer loses some of its shine towards the end game because a lot of monsters start spamming AoE instead of head to head.
大穴の光、不思議な色をしている。青に近い紫ね。青？なんだっけ？
I still think it's purple. I understand why they say it might look bluish, but it's still purple to me.
青く染まる前に。そうか、歌だ。ヌアッテ村で聞いた歌と同じなんだ。歌？茜の空が青く染まる前に歌の歌詞にそうあったの。もしかして歌の通りに光は青くなっていくんじゃないのか？
時間がないことは分かった。すぐにここを出るぞ。
ユムラナ様にこの状況を伝えないと。ヌアッテ村に戻りましょう。兄ちゃん聞いてくれ。ただのモンスターじゃなくて強硬化したバゼルギウスが乱入してきたんだ。相棒とカイルの絆で勝利したけどな。
絆？
おお、そうか。意外とやるな、小僧。
小僧？
んで、兄ちゃんは寝てたのかよ。
いや、妙なライダーたちのことを調べてきた。奴らはレウスを使ってよからぬことを企んでいるのかもな。
よからぬこと？目的はレウスじゃないのか？
ああ、奴らはレウスを何かに利用するつもりかもしれない。
なるほど。それから？
お？それから？
もしかして情報はそれだけ？
そうだぞ。これだけだぞ。
情報が足りない。凄腕ハンターって噂は嘘。
Distraction.
なんだと？随分と生意気なお供だな。
それじゃあ私たちはここで。また何か分かったらお願い。
あ。と小僧。
小僧じゃない、カイルだ。
はいはい、カイルね。よかったな、仲間ができて。
こう見えてこの二人結構息が合ってるんだぜ。
ライダーとハンターの絆か。いいな。この世界の希望って感じだな。
何わけわかんないこと言ってんだ。
俺もわかんないけどさ、こういうのもいいってことよ。気をつけて行ってこいよ。
Goodbye. Anyway, I was actually thinking, and in this case, you have to go to Nuate village, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. I was thinking of something, but I think I will show you that next episode. You'll understand why it's its own thing. But anyway, next episode I'll show you the next boss fight and also Bazel's gear just to get a quick recap of it. But either way, I'm gonna catch you next time. So peace.